Okay, and now we're on Bob Vila's This Old House. Not really. I'm just trying to go ahead and do a couple of things and teach you guys about area and perimeter of triangles. So let's see. Let's just do this. So the area is equal to the base times the height divided by 2, and that's going to be it. Perimeter is equal to just taking the sides and just adding them together. So this would be, in this case, would be A, whatever A is equal to, plus whatever B is equal to, plus whatever C is equal to. Now, of course, you guys got to remember, sometimes we're going to be using Pythagorean theorem or something else. So our base right here is 14 units. Our height, oh, wait a minute, sorry. Going ahead and running into a little issue. So our base right here is 48 units. Our height is 14 units. So our area is going to be equal to 48 times 14 divided by 2, or whatever that's going to be. So that's going to be, let's see, 48 times 14 divided by 2. That's going to be 336. Oh, come on. Come on, don't do this to me today. No. Come on, you. I don't want to cuss because then I'll be demonetized. Well, actually, I'm not even monetized by YouTube, so it doesn't even really matter. So that's the area of this particular triangle. Now we need to find out what this part is. So this is going to be our look for. So I'm going to call that X because we can't do the perimeter unless we have that length. So this is going to be 14 squared. God, I hate you. Sometimes I wish I could get a new computer, but they're so expensive. 48 squared is equal to X squared. So 14 plus 48, 14 squared plus 48 squared. I'm just going to go ahead and do the math. That's going to be 2,500. Then take the square root of both sides. So that's going to be 50. So now you just add all the sides. So 14 plus 48. Notice I'm not even worried about that, how that's looking, even though it looks like whatever. So this is going to be 112. And that's it for that particular example. Now we have this example. We're going to be doing the same thing. Area is going to be equal to, well, we have their base, which is 21, our height, which is 8. So this is going to be 21 times 8 divided by 2. So that's going to be 40 something, 48, I do believe, but no, actually I don't remember what the answer was. This is divided by 2, 84. So this is 84. My dyslexia is taking the better of me on this. Okay, now we can do our perimeter. Now the thing is, we don't have this part right here, and we don't have this part right here. So we're going to have to use Pythagorean theorem, not once, but twice. So right here, we have 6 units for this, so we're going to go ahead and use the 6 and the 8. So 6 squared plus 8 squared is going to be equal to X squared. Let's go ahead and do that. So it's 36 plus 64 equal to X squared, although I'm really well versed in this. This is going to be 100, the square root of 100 equal to X squared. So that's going to be 10 equal to our X. So X is 10 for this right here. Going to do the same thing over here, but since we had to use this 6, we got to remove 6 from 21, so that gives us 15. So this is going to be 8 squared plus 15 squared equal to our Y squared. If you put that into the calculator, that will give you 17 equal to our Y. So 17. Then you just add the sides. So let's see, this is going to be 10 plus 21 plus 17. So that's going to be 48. Okay, and that takes care of that one. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at another example. Okay, so now we're not given the height here. We have to figure it out. Also, the base right here, well, these two sides have to be equal to each other, so our base is equal to 4 units. Our height, well, I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem to find out what our height is. So it's going to be 2 squared plus h squared equal to 6 squared. They want us to do this exact. I don't know why, but I'll do it this time. So this is going to be, let me see, I'm going to take 6 squared and subtract 2 squared from it. That leaves me with 32. I'm going to take the square root of both sides. That gives me 16 times 2, so it's going to be 4 square root 2 equal to h. So our h is 4 times the square root of 2. 4 square root 2. I don't even know why I'm doing the approximates, so it's going to be 5.66. Our area, our exact area, is going to be equal to 4 square root 2 times 4 divided by 2. So it's going to be 8 square root 2. Okay, so we have 8 square root 2. I'm going to find out what that is exactly. Well, the approximation, so it's 11.31. And the perimeter, well, that's going to be 6 plus 4, which is 16. And that's it for that. Okay, so in this one, we have a 45, 45, 90 triangle. 45, 45, 90. So we're going to go ahead and take these two. We're going to take 10. Remember our little tricks. That this is square root 2, this is 1 and 1, so our scale factor is 10 divided by the square root of 2. So that means that this side is 10 divided by the square root of 2, this side is also 10 divided by the square root of 2. If I rationalize denominators, which might as well do, that's equal to 5 square root 2. So our base is 5 square root 2, which is going to be, let's see, 5 square root 2. Which is 7.07. That's a 0. And this is also 5 square root 2, because the base and the height are both equal to each other in this case. Now the area is going to be 5 times the square root of 2 times 5 times the square root of 2. And we're going to divide that by 2. That's equal to our area. So if I take these and multiply them together, that's going to give me 25 times 2, which is 50, divided by 2, which is be 25 units squared. If you don't believe me, use a calculator. It will come out. So if you take 5 times the square root of 2 times 5 square root of 2, and divide it by 2, you will get that answer. Now we're going to go ahead and take these parts, add them together. So it's 5 square root of 2 plus 5 square root of 2 plus our 10. So that's going to be a total of 10 square root 2 plus 10. Then I can go ahead and find out, well, what that's going to be. So 10 square root 2, then move that out of the thing, plus 10. That's going to be 24.14. Okay, and that takes care of that. This example, all the sides right here are the same. They're 8 and 8 and 8. Well, we're going to bring this line down. That's our height, which is going to make this into a 30, 60, 90 triangle. The length from here to here is half of 8, so it's going to be 4. And let's see, this has to be 4 times the square root of 3, if you remember your 30, 60, 90 triangles. So now we're going to take our area. Our base is a total of 8. Our height is 4 square root 3. Why do they insist on doing the approximations? I have no idea. So 6.93. Okay, so our area is equal to 4 square root 3 times 8 divided by 2. So that's going to be 16 square root 3. And then we take the 16 square root 3, change that into its approximation. Why did I put 13? I do not know. So 27.71. And the perimeter, well, that's just going to be 8 plus 8 plus 8. So that's equal to 24 if you multiply by 3. So 24. Pretty easy. If you remember your special right triangles. Now, let's take a look at this. We're determining the area of the composite figure. We need to find out what this length is, but we have enough information here to use the Pythagorean theorem. So Pythagorean theorem-wise, this is going to be 5 squared plus x squared equal to 13 squared. I'm going to subtract 5 squared from 13 squared, so that's going to be 144. Take the square root. So that's going to be x equal to 12. If that was a little bit too quick, I don't want to start the calculator because that takes a little bit of time. Once you start it doesn't stop. Okay, so let's see what that is. That's going to be 12 and 12. That's why I had the calculator off. So this is 12 units. So the distance right here from this end to this end is a total of 24 units. So now, okay, so you did this right here, just to go ahead and bring this out. So this is going to be, so if I take the 13 squared minus the 5 squared, that gives you the 144, and then take the square root of 144. That's 12. Okay, so that just proves what we know. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and just finish this up really quick. So first, we have the area of the triangle to get. So area of the triangle is going to be 5 times 12 divided by 2, or 5 times 24, sorry. So that's going to be 60. So 5 times 24 divided by 2, just making sure. That is definitely 60. So the area of the triangle is equal to 60 units. Now, since I got 24 right here, I'm going to find out the area of the rectangle. So area of the rectangle is going to be base times height also. So it's going to be 9 times 24. It's the same thing as a parallelogram. So 9 times 24, and that's going to be 216. So the total area is going to be 60 plus 216, which is going to be 276 units squared. And that's it. We're done. If you have any questions, you can ask me during class or ask me after class, because today I'm going to be at a meeting. And you all are going to be following me to the library. So, yay! All right, talk to you guys later in class.